Okay.
What's up? I'm Don, and you're watching Barroom Guitar. I decided to put together my own channel just because a lot of my friends have been asking me to show them how to pick, show them how to play. I am not a studied guitar player. I've been playing in bars since I was 13, and anything I show you here is just stuff I've picked up along the way. I have decided to kind of go step for step, so what we're going to learn right now is more chord related. I want to go through all the basic chords. Basically just start from scratch. So if you'll bear with me these first couple of videos, I'm just going to show you some basic open chords, and then we'll get to the fun stuff, I promise. So be sure to like and subscribe. I think that lets you know when the next video drops. If you tap the bell, if this interests you, please do that for us. But we'll get right into it. I figure the easiest way is the chords are just the alphabet, right? So we'll start with A. We might do a little camera manipulation just to make sure you can see my hands. If you're brand new to guitar, this is an acoustic guitar. I won't bore you with the parts. You know, you can look all that stuff up. But one thing I do want to point out is when you're listening to somebody teach you how to play guitar, this little string is always going to be referred to as your first string. That makes the fat string your sixth string. There are reasons for that. I won't get too much into technique or theory, I'm sorry. But we'll cover that later. So let's jump right in with an A chord. A chord is going to be one of the easiest chords I came across. So basically I'm going to start with my ring finger, which is going to be on the second fret of the second string. Then I'm going to bring my middle finger at the third string of the second fret. And I'm going to try to cram my first finger onto the fourth string of the second fret. Now I've got fat fingers, so it's really fun to watch me try to play a traditional A chord. You're going to strum from the fifth string. That's your A string. So it's going to sound like, and that's how it should sound. I want you to practice it until you can make it sound like that. If you get strings that are muting, change your grip, roll your thumb down the back of the neck. It'll help you get your fingers all rolled up so it can be a clean chord. Now there are other ways to make this. Usually if you see me playing out somewhere, I've got this first finger just barred across those three strings, and I just won't play the little string. That was easier for me, so I've learned to make it that way. And there are thousands of ways to make these chords. So moving right along, just so you don't have to sit through a bunch of chord videos. A B chord, traditionally they want you to take this A chord and make it with your back three fingers, just like we did, only you're going to use your pinky on the second string. So you're going to take that A chord and slide it up 2 frets to the 4th fret, and you're going to take this first finger and grab your first string in the 2nd fret. And that is a B chord traditionally, and you'll only strum from the 4th string down. So now again, when I make this chord live, it is always the same way. I take this first finger and I bar the bottom 5 strings, and I take my ring finger and I bar the bottom 4 strings. So, and I don't play that bottom string. Either way is fine. Both ways are really the same if you stop and think about it. This will be a hard thing to get because you're actually barring strings with one finger. But, you know, you've got 2 fingers barring, so it makes it a little bit easier. So that's a B chord. So you got A and B. Moving right along, C. This one was hard for me to get, I'm not going to lie. It's a little bit of a stretch on your fingers. So we're going to take our ring finger and we're going to start right here at the 5th string of the 3rd fret. We're going to take our middle finger and we're going to put it on the 4th string of the 2nd fret. And we're going to take our first finger and put it on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. And we're again going to play only from the 5th string down. And you heard the buzzes because I got fat hands. But you want to play it until it's crystal clear. So now we've got A, we've got B, and we've got C. Next chord, you guessed it, is going to be a D. A D chord is very simple. You're going to take your first finger, put it right there on the 2nd fret, 3rd string. Your middle finger you're going to take and put on the 1st string, 2nd fret. And your ring finger you're going to take and put it right here on the 3rd fret of your 2nd string. So you're only going to strum this one from the 4th string down. That 4th string open is a D string. Makes a little more sense to start it off with a D. Alright, so now you've got an A, a B, a C, and a D. And your next chord is going to be an E chord. For this one, you're going to take your middle finger and you're going to stick it on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. Your ring finger is going to go right under it on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And your first finger is going to come down here and grab the 3rd string in the 1st fret. Now for this one, I want you to practice making it this way. But I'd also like you to practice maybe making it with your back 3 fingers. That would be, you know, just changing up your ring finger at the 2nd fret, 5th string. Pinky would be covering the 4th fret, 4th string of the 2nd fret, and your middle finger would be on the 1st fret of the 3rd string. So basically, you're just moving it back 1 finger. And the reason I'd like you to get used to maybe making it this way, as well as this way, is if you want to slide up and do bar chords down the road, it just makes it easier to but making it this way also has benefits because you've got the old country 7 chords. So being open will help you out down the road. So we did E. After E, it always comes F, if I remember Sesame Street correctly. So F's kind of a tricky one, I'm not going to lie. This one almost made me stop playing guitar at 12 years old. So what we're going to do is take our ring finger and put it on the 3rd fret, 5th string. Our pinky is going to come right up under that one on the 3rd fret of the 4th string. Our ring finger is going to be in the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. So basically, we're taking that E chord and we're sliding it up 1. Only we're adding the 1st finger, and he's going to bar these bottom 2 strings. And you're only going to play from the 5th string down. Unless you want to bar this finger across and catch that top string. Either way is fine. There's really no difference in my mind between the two. So if you want to bar the whole thing, that's great. It'll get you used to making bar chords. If you want to just bar those bottom 2 and skip the 6th string, you're fine. So that brings us to the last chord we're going to talk about in this video, which is a G chord. This is one of those that has 2 variations that I'd like you to get used to. One variation is taking your middle finger on the 6th string of the 3rd fret. Your first finger hits the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and then these bottom 2 strings in the 3rd fret are covered by your ring finger, 2nd string, 2nd fret, or 3rd fret, sorry, 2nd string, 3rd fret, and your pinky, 3rd fret, 1st string. So that's a G. And this is the way you'll see most people make it. It's pretty standard. I'd like you to get used to maybe making it with your ring finger covering the 6th string of the 3rd fret and your bird finger covering the 2nd fret of the A string, and then grabbing that bottom string, the first string, and the 3rd fret with your pinky. The reason for this is there's variations you can do making a G chord this way. Most notably are songs like I'm not gonna play any more of that, but you know, it's easier to grab those other chords from here, you know. Plus, you can switch to a G7. We'll talk about those later. But learning how to make the G string in those 2 variants will help you down the road. So, yeah, basically that covers all the open chords in one video. Hopefully this is not too long. You can back it up, pause it. Hopefully we've caught enough of my fat fingers on the string so you can see it. If not, just drop a comment down there. We will re-record this and make you happy. But yeah, welcome to Barroom Guitar. Hopefully this channel goes well. And again, if you like what you see, please subscribe, like, comment, share. We're always happy to make new friends. And be sure to tell us what you think and what you want to know. I'm Big Don, and thanks from Barroom Guitar.